Hey guys, this is your second meeting, and I brought Randy.
Hi.
I always feel like we work best off each other, and having the studio and doing fitness together for how long? Almost 20 years, 18 years.
Together or separate?
Well, at the gym and all that.
It doesn't count.
Okay, whatever. It's been like 15 years. So, I dragged him into the meeting today.
Kicking and screaming.
No. He offers really good, like, yin and yang, good balance each other out. So today's meeting is about your why. So we all laugh about our vanity goals, like bikini bodies and hot butts. But beneath all of that, unpacking it, we have a deeper why. So, like, for some people, it could be um, getting on the floor and playing with your grandkids, or hiking in the summer with your whole family and being able to keep up, your knees not hurting. So, I want you guys to think about your why, but we're going to get into that a little bit deeper in just a minute. So, today it's about your real why and getting your family on board. Yeah, okay, here we go. So, getting your family on board, in my opinion, is actually not as hard as you might think. I think sometimes we have this idea of like, my kids have to eat a certain way, my husband's not gonna like this, so I'm gonna make two meals, one for the husband and kids, one for myself, or you eat a certain way with your husband and then your kids eat freezer. I don't know, what do kids eat?
Hungry Man TV dinner.
Yeah, or chicken nuggets and corn dogs.
McDonald's.
Right. So Randy and I believe, and we've always coached this, that families that do this together are way more successful, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't you think? What do you think when we were running all of our camps and challenges at the studio? The families that did this together were the most successful. Wouldn't you agree?
100%. And there's actually a study where couples that did diet lifestyle changes together were like over 70% more successful than trying to do it separately.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm not suggesting that kids eat keto or low carb even, but removing the junk out of your pantry will only benefit your entire family, right?
Yeah, and it's actually not bad for kids to eat keto or low carb part of the day, some of the day.
Right.
Just got to make sure at some point during the day they're getting their carbohydrates in.
Well,
Preferably from sweet potatoes and good carb sources.
you think dinner time then would be best for kids? That's what we typically do with our kiddos.
Well, yeah, and kids
Lunch
are
and dinner.
kids are just like us, so they're the 2 hour hunger cycle of adults. If you eat carbs and sugar and fruit and all that, it's even worse for kids. It's every like 30 minutes.
Well, that's how it is with Avery and Abby. Like, we'll give them, maybe a carb junky snack, like say Skinny Pop popcorn, and they're starving within 30 minutes.
Yeah,
45.
and all of us know with kids that hangry kids, it's their joy, they're fun.
Hey. So I wrote down to talk about kid-friendly meals because I am a fan of making one meal for the entire family, and we have like seriously good recipes for fried chicken strips, French fries, gluten-free pizza, tacos, spaghetti. These are all delicious and gluten-free or paleo, primal, or keto. So we just need to do a little bit of homework, finding these healthy recipes, making them, tweaking them if something didn't turn out right, if the kids didn't like the texture or whatever, and then making it work for for your family. So I will get some really good kid-friendly recipes to you guys. What did I write down?
Oh,
So-
I want to jump in and say two things on this. So two things. All of you know me, except Lindsay. Lindsay, whatever Brandy has told you, it's probably true. I'm very no nonsense. I say it how it is. Nancy, when you went through this before, you went through a group, and my direction is to, in most of the households, women are always doing the shopping, almost always doing the shopping, making meals. Don't just tell your husbands how it is. You're going to make one set of meals. It's going to be more successful for you, and if they want to fight you on it, I mean, tell them to stop by McDonald's on the way home, or just manipulate his situation and say, what, you don't love me, you don't want to support me, you don't want me to look hot in my bikini, or whatever the case may be. Since we're all women in here, you guys have a gift of being able to sway us men in certain ways. So
you don't like my butt.
Yeah. Just tell them, say, you don't want me to have that Kim K butt, huh?
I don't want a Kim K butt.
Anyways, and then with your kids, the same thing too. Don't even tell your kids that you're making anything different. They will not know the difference. Like gluten-free's come a long way.
Yeah. Sneak it in.
Yeah, you can sneak it in there.
Don't even mention it.
My family, most of them overweight, not healthy, health issues, and Jess and I would just make something and then wait till they're eating it and say, "Oh my God, this is amazing!" And then we would tell them, "Well, you're eating gluten-free or low carb or whatever the case may be."
Yeah, how's that carrot cake taste?
Yeah. So it's really you making one grocery list and one set of meals is going to set you up for success. And here's the other problem. The other thing with this is most men, we really actually enjoy eating more meat and low carb. It actually works better for most men than even women. So you probably won't have much of a fight with them on it. Just tell them to shut up and try it.
Right, and it's not like we're encouraging, skinny chick salads. It's like, no, eat the ribeye. Yeah, and I actually wrote that down, like husbands, let's see, what did I say? Husbands typically put up a fight because they want guy meals, but most of the recipes that we make are guy meals, right? Like, who doesn't love some pulled pork and biscuits?
Yeah, and with this kind of stuff too, when the whole house is eating this way, you don't need to worry about portion size or count calories, anything. You just eat till you feel satisfied. Men, and the bigger your husbands are, the more food they need to consume. Men hate being fed little skinny chick diet plates where they're this big and most of it's salad or something green.
Lean and green.
Yeah, don't be afraid. Throw a big ribeye or two nice big bunless burgers, tri-tip, that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, bunless burgers.
And on that same note too, everybody, when you are removing all the BS garbage that shouldn't be in your diet, you don't need to worry about fat. You don't need to worry about red meat. If you ever want to go down these rabbit holes, use DuckDuckGo. Do not use Safari or Google. Matter of fact, if you want to play around for fun, Google the same thing and then use DuckDuckGo. I just did this the other day about a Harvard study on the carnivore diet, and everything on Google Safari was our medical.
Our GoPro's making noises.
Okay, sorry, we lost you for a second. I don't know what happened there. It shut down. Anyways,
Harvard study
on carnivore diet. You use Google Safari. It's all propaganda. Literally everything.
Red meat kills you.
Red meat's bad. Red meat causes cancer. Blah blah blah. You use DuckDuckGo, and you actually find a lot of different results. And if you ever really want to go down a rabbit hole, just use DuckDuckGo and look for the Pure study, most comprehensive diet study ever. And our United States did not. They were not involved in this study at all. So
that's not surprising.
So. And it was the people who ate the most fat were the healthiest and had the least amount of issues, and even saturated fat, the people who ate the most carbohydrates, refined carbohydrates, were the sickest and had the most health issues.
Yep. Okay, so thank you for your DuckDuckGo, Google, Safari. Okay, so kids, let's see, you actually taught me this, that kids who suffer from any kind of behavioral issue or health conditions, when they clean up their diet from sugar, gluten, red dye, or really any kind of dye, right? but I think specifically
Red
red
dye.
dye with ADD, ADHD.
Red dye is linked to the most behavioral problems.
So artificial ingredients, offensive oils, all those things didn't the study say a 30 to 50% decrease in symptoms?
Yeah.
That's huge.
And sleep as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some great doctors out there that they get very upset when parents put kids on any kind of behavioral drugs without doing diet and lifestyle modification first, because most of the time you can clear up a lot of those issues through diet, lifestyle, screen time.
Well, and even if not, even if it's like, I have to put my kid on this to function, well, duh, do it.
Sure.
But then do everything else too, because it's just so many tools in your toolbox.
One of my best friends, his son is severely autistic. He's 6 months old in Avery, so he's going on 8.5, 9. Doesn't even speak. He's that far on the spectrum. And now they've got him, when he sleeps and his diet is better, he's like 50% of his issues, behavioral issues, like freaking out, hitting his head against the wall, or trying to beat up my friend Jesse. So this stuff does work.
It does.
And when it comes to diet, when all else fails, butter and salt. We had one of our
butter and salt.
Butter and salt. we had a client in the studio that did one of our challenges, and she said, "How do you get your kids to eat that stuff, butter and salt?" And her kids had literally never eaten broccoli. She put butter and salt on it, and the kids loved it. Asked for more. So
what did that doctor say one time? That vegetables are a gateway for butter?
There's a guy we followed. He says vegetables are a delivery vehicle for butter. So,
yeah.
And again, don't buy margarine, don't buy any of this. Just buy
the real deal.
Sweet cream, salted, unsalted, whatever you prefer.
Yep. Okay, so kid-friendly snacks. If you don't want to feed them just a bunch of empty carbs. Okay, so I recommend. What did I write down? I wrote down a lot. Thank you. Apple and nut butter, almond butter, peanut butter, even apples, sprinkle some cinnamon on it, and then little peanut butter or almond butter and honey. That is delicious. Trail mix that you make yourself. Jerky, veggies and ranch. What else do we feed our kids? They don't snack too much. We try to do 1, maybe 2 snacks a day, and just really big hearty meals. That was a game changer. We started doing that over the summer.
Yeah, cheeses.
Oh, cheeses. Yeah, it does.
Most jerkies are garbage. You can make your own pretty easy, and even do it in the oven if you don't have any kind of a smoker.
But even the whole good, better, best, right?
Yeah,
so,
there is good jerky. They're expensive.
Well, they are. Okay, so even if you get a jerky that's maybe not so great.
Epic, the brand Epic is probably the best brand out there for any kind of jerky. And they do every deer, pork, bison, everything.
You're speaking to Jenny right now. It's making you some deer jerky. So Pinterest also has some really fun kid healthy snack ideas. So when kiddos go to a birthday party, when our kids go to a birthday party, we let them eat the birthday food. Whatever. It is a party or a celebration. I am not in this to make my kids weird about food. But what happens when they look at me and go, well, why can't we buy goldfish? Well, I keep it super simple. I say, well, there's some ingredients in there that mom just doesn't love, so we're not going to eat that right now.
Well, the 80-20 rule applies to kids as well.
For sure it does.
And it should be even more important for kids. So
totally. But I'm just, there's so many parents that are like, it's because I'm trying to be skinny.
Well, and this is a good little hack for you and kids and social events is people get very judgy. Just tell them, hey, I got some food allergies. I'm trying to figure it out. And usually everybody...
food allergies are always respected.
Yeah, it shuts it down.
Or, I'm having some GI issues. I can't eat that right now. Oh, okay. But yeah, anyway, I'm not in the business. You're not in the business to make kids weird about food.
No.
I mean, there's super amazing guru that I love and follow, and his daughter, when she was a freshman in college, I mean, she developed an eating disorder where there was nothing healthy enough for her to eat, so she just didn't eat at all. She was literally scared of food. Like, that's a no. Okay, so awesome. We're just moving right along. So websites for family-friendly meals that I love: Nom Nom Paleo, she's really fun. Salt and Lavender, Mark's Daily Apple, that's a fun blog.
Sarah Fragoso.
Oh, Sarah Fragoso. There's a few more out there, but those are my top ones that I usually go to. I'm also a Pinterest junkie, so I Pinterest a lot. Okay, anything else about food that you want to touch on, or your kid-friendly?
No, just remember, as women, you guys control the house for the most part, so don't let the kids or the husband put up much of a fight, and just say, hey, this is what we're doing for the next, 9 weeks.
Yeah.
Or
the next 18 days.
Yeah, the next 18 days.
For the next 18 days,
yeah.
We can do this.
Or tell, make a reward out of it. Just say, hey, everybody's gonna do really, really good, and then Saturday we're gonna have, or they're gonna have, pizza or whatever else.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Totally.
Cool.
Okay, your why. So I have an assignment for you guys. I really, really want you guys to write it out. You don't have to send it to me. You can if you want, but you don't have to. So your why. What is your real reason for wanting to do this challenge? Is it really to look amazing in a bikini? Totally. But there's, like, removing that layer, there's probably some other things too, like, I don't know. Like I said in the welcome intro, like rolling around on the floor with your grandkids. That's a huge why. Hiking with your family. Waking up and feeling energized, not bloated and tired and cranky and gross. For some people, I know for me, it's having an effortless relationship with food, not having to constantly obsess over what I'm going to eat, when I'm going to eat. I used to be try to eat 6 meal a day kind of chick, and it was clean eating and bodybuilding. I would pack my ice chest to the gym.
And your 1 gallon.
And my gallon jugger, because that was healthy. And this guy right here was like, hey, I found this thing called the paleo diet. And I was like, whoa, that's not healthy. No. Oatmeal and egg whites are healthy. And I was so bitter. And then
the truth came out about Jessica and bacon, and how she actually secretly loved bacon, but always lied and said she preferred turkey bacon.
Turkey bacon? Like, let's just be real. Turkey bacon is disgusting. It's all about the pork.
And so are egg whites, too.
Oh, man.
And real quick on the why, if you only have a vanity reason, you're 99.9% chance you'll fail to make any real lasting change. And it simply could just be, hey, I want to be, and it's okay to have vanity goals. You want to look better, lose weight.
We all do.
Everybody does. But it could just be being healthy. It could be
a positive body image.
Yeah, setting a good example for your kids.
Yeah. Especially with daughters. I know it's really important with sons too. I'm not minimizing that, but I want my girls to look at me and think of me as a positive role model, not like how I saw my mom always yo-yo dieting, always talking about how fat she was. I am really proud. I don't think Avery's ever heard me one time say that I think I'm fat. That doesn't mean I don't say it. I just don't say it in front of her. We're working on that. But yeah.
And we never realize how much our kids are actually learning just by watching us when we're not saying anything.
I know.
And they're very intuitive, picking up on emotions and stuff.
Yeah,
so
totally.
if you step on that scale and now you have a bad day, chances are your kids are going to pick up on your bad day.
That's so true.
So yeah, if you have health issues, then it should be getting your health issues in check, or just living a long and healthy life.
Yeah, absolutely.
And unfortunately, food, and there's 8 million diets. It's become so corrupted, and big business and government, all these people involved, and it's really hard to find good information on what's actually healthy. Hence, don't use Safari or Google for
just
a
use
healthy
Randy.
diet. No, Use DuckDuckGo.
Use DuckDuckGo. But if you have questions that need scientific explanation.
And just to say this too is, since everybody probably does have some kind of a vanity goal, it's not really disputed anymore. Low carb diets help you lose more body fat. Period. There's really nothing better.
Yeah.
So
you're just talking strictly vanity.
Yeah, for just strictly vanity. It keeps you full. You know.
Yeah. Totally. Okay, so your homework is to think about your why, write it out, keep it close. Go back to it every time you feel maybe unmotivated or maybe unsuccessful. Sometimes reading your why is like just the perfect pick-me-up.
Yeah, or I mean, write it down and hide it. You know, put on a Post-it note on somewhere that maybe a place that you're just gonna see.
Your makeup bag.
Wherever.
Yeah.
I don't have a makeup bag. Wherever you're gonna put it and see it over and over and over again. So it's right there in your face, and you don't forget about it.
In your face.
In your face.
So that's it. Let us know if you guys have any questions. This was a lot of fun. Thanks for being my roadie.
Yeah.
All right. See you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good day.